What's up guys, it's Rebel X, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you guys. What you're going to do is pick between one of these three piles, and whichever pile that you feel the most called to, that's the message for you. And if you feel called to multiple piles, that's totally fine. You can just watch them all. So let's hop right into it. If you picked this pile with the hummingbird, let's see what message Spirit wants you to know. Oh Spirit, what message do you have for the seeker? Oh. Decrease, behind a mask, and joyous fun. I'm feeling like your energy is super bright and powerful, but I feel like you hide it. And you're a really fun, cool person to be around, and people think you're super, I don't know, interesting or exotic, or maybe you dress in a way that people think is super, like, I don't know, you attract attention. You have a way of attracting attention, and you have a light about you that you could be super funny, or you could just be super unique. But you're playing a role in your life. You're wearing a mask, and you're holding things back about yourself, or things that you want to do that you keep procrastinating on, or you're just feeling like you can't be your true self around certain people, or maybe you don't even accept your own self. And you could be having a lot on your plate. I feel like that's what I'm getting from this card, and you might have things that you need to get rid of in your life. This could be material things. Maybe there's too many material things distracting you that you need to maybe look for a more minimalistic style of living. Maybe you are experiencing an excess of something. Maybe you're really obsessed with something that you need to draw it back a little bit, because maybe your energy is being depleted. Your energy might be decreasing. I feel like water is significant. Water, you need to start drinking more water. Oh my gosh. You will feel a huge difference if you drink a lot of water. Like, you will feel a huge difference in your body. I sound like that Trump vine or that fucking meme. Huge. But yeah. Do you also see how this water is pouring into this soil? You've planted something. You've planted something into your reality, and it's going to manifest, but it hasn't even started growing yet. Maybe you just started a new project, or you have a new idea to do something, or you have met somebody new, maybe a new love interest or a new friend, and this thing has great potential for blossoming, but you need to embrace your true self, because it's not sustainable to hide. It's not sustainable to not be who you truly are and embrace who you truly are and your authentic self, because it's creating a separation inside of you between your higher self and your ego. Your ego is making you put on a mask to make you feel like more accepted or fit in, or maybe you don't want somebody to disapprove of you, or You may disapprove of your own self and you think, oh, this is cringy, I don't want to do this, or I shouldn't say this, or I shouldn't. You need to decrease any negative self-talk. You need to let your worries fall away. Wash your worries away. Doing like a ritual bath could be significant. I don't mean in like a religious way. I mean like, I don't know, setting a bunch of candles and just like taking some sea salt and just rubbing all the old energy off of you or something. You definitely have planted something and it's going to grow, but you need to be patient. And whatever you've planted in the quantum field, this is going to give you so much joyous fun. And you know, summertime may be relevant. This looks like they're in the summer and it's, you know, they're at a carnival and they're having so much fun and everyone's so happy, and you could be expecting or having so much fun with friends, or you're about to, or having so much fun with people in your life, or new people coming your way, or you've already manifested in your life, that you're experiencing fun with, fun that you haven't had in a while. And you need to get rid of this shit. You need to get rid of hiding your true self, because you are never going to manifest your desires in the best way, or you're never going to have the abundance that you deserve and the dream life that you want if you're hiding who you really are. How much are you hiding what you really want to say? How much are you hiding how you really want to act? How much are you hiding how you really want to dress or be? And what are you hiding from your own self? What are you not looking at within your own mind, within your own heart, and you're turning a blind eye to? What are you shoving under the rug? What gum are you hiding under the table? You know what I mean? What do you not want to look at in your own life that you're covering up? There are certain things that you need to change, and certain things that you have more than enough potential and skill and knowledge and talent and just the ability to create in your life and become. But you need to decrease anything that is blocking you, anything that is distracting you. Maybe you have way too much on your plate and you just need to minimalize all of this stuff that is making you feel like, anything that makes you feel like you can't be who you truly are on the inside. And this will manifest as having so much fun and experiencing a more free type of energy and a divinely aligned type of energy. You know, life isn't about fucking working all the time or being stressed out. Like, you need to have fun. Like, you may be a person that denies yourself of things, or you may be a person that hides. Maybe you isolate yourself. And this card is calling you to step out of your comfort zone, step out of your room, go outside, go do something, make plans with people. Stop hiding from the world. All right, so those are those cards. All right, so let's get into some classic tarot cards. Oh, Spirit of the Universe, what messages do you have for pile 1? Seekers of pile 1. What wisdom and advice does the tarot have for you? So we have the 7 of coins. I was about to say the 7 of cups. 7 of coins in reverse, okay? And we have the 9 of coins in reverse. So coins or pentacles. Oh shit. I just did this in an upside down way. So actually, it's supposed to be like this. So these are actually upright. Okay. So you have the 7 of coins or pentacles upright, 9 of coins, and you have Spirit, give me one more card. Okay. Okay. Then we have the Page of Coins in reverse, like actually in reverse this time. So you have all Pentacles cards. That's super interesting. You are finding yourself. You're finding independence, and you're finding your own path, and you're finding happiness and joy and excitement and love and just new experiences and just so much prosperity and wealth within yourself. And you are learning how to sustain yourself and be stable in your physical world. You're learning how to be on your own, and you're becoming you are a really powerful force already. And you've come a long way and created a lot, and you've manifested a lot. Like, if you look back on your life, there's a lot of things that you wished for and you manifested them, you did that. And you have a really strong power to work in co-creation with the universe to manifest what you want if you really, really focus on it and you put the effort. And you're at this point where you've come so far and you've created a life for yourself that you're actually fulfilled with, and you're fulfilled from in a lot of ways. You're grateful for so many things, and you're feeling so blessed about a lot of things in your life. And this energy of gratitude and feeling blessed and giving thanks for the positive things in your life and not focusing on lack, that is what is growing your abundance. And that's what spirit and the universe and God, or whatever you believe in, that's what the higher power likes to fucking see. The law of attraction is basically like, you attract what you are. It's what holds everything together. It's what holds the law of attraction, is why the molecules and the fucking atoms inside of this tarot card are, bonded together inseparably. They attract each other. So you have been attracting a lot of abundant energy, and even if you don't see things on the outside yet, you will soon. And you just have to be patient, because this card, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Coins, is basically representing this guy. He planted a tree and the tree's growing, but he's waiting. He's impatient, and he really wants this to happen already. He really wants this goal to be achieved already. He wants to have what he wants already. But the Pentacles is all about patience, and slow and steady wins the race. So you might be the type of person that you might try to go too fast or rush things, maybe. And if that doesn't resonate, you take it or leave it. This might be saying you've been in the energy recently, or you're going into the energy, you're transitioning into the energy of being patient. You need to be patient. You need to wait for this tree to grow wait for the seeds that you've planted to grow. You planted something in the soil of the quantum field. The quantum field is the void, it's the cosmic womb, it's where everything is created. It's literally the cosmic womb of the universe, where all possibilities exist, infinite timelines exist. It's where we all come from and everything has ever come from. And it's where we will all return to in the end. And this idea, these manifestations that you've planted, they will manifest, and they're already starting to, and you're starting to see little synchronicities, little signs from spirit that your dreams are coming true in the present moment. But you have to trust in the universe and know that surrendering to the divine and continuing on your path and staying committed and patient is going to get you here. Because in between these two cards is the Eight of Pentacles, and maybe that's a piece that you've been missing or you need to focus on more. The Eight of Pentacles is about focusing on the details, doing the work. You know, this is about observing what you need to do, learning what you need to do, figuring out how can I best grow this, strategizing and planning. How can I grow this? How can I make this flourish into abundance to the point where I can live off of what I've created, off of the seeds that I've planted, and create abundance for myself where I'm sustained. And the Eight of Pentacles is the piece that's missing. Maybe you're missing that piece in your life. Maybe you need to put more effort, more work into this thing. Focus on this shit that you're trying to manifest in your life. This Page of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, is signifying that you're gaining maturity and you're learning how to take things slower, because the pages, they are, you know, they represent young energy and immature energy in the tarot. And, you know, they just jump right into things without thinking. But the Page of Pentacles doesn't jump into things as quickly as maybe the other pages, but, you know, he's still very young and still doesn't really know much. But I feel like this card in reverse is communicating that you have been studying or learning or mastering something, sharpening your skills, and you are being patient, or you need to embody the energy of patience, as the tarot may be telling you. Because maybe you've been in the energy for a little bit that you've been immature with your money. Maybe you've spent and wasted your money, or you haven't had the greatest financial choices. Trust me, I've been there. And, you know, I'm picking up from this book that you may be learning something, or you are maybe writing a book and it's going to take a while, or you're writing something or planning something, or maybe you're writing about your ideas in a journal or some shit like that. And these ideas are bringing fruit soon. You've begun on a journey. You've began this journey towards this career that you desire to have, this dream that you've desired to manifest. You've committed to it. In the beginning, you were just dabbling, you were just experimenting. Maybe you didn't believe in yourself, but now you need to take off that mask and be who you truly are, but do it in a persistent, committed, dedicated, balanced, strategic, and patient way. Don't rush this process. This is going to take some time. All right? I'm telling you, don't rush. Don't get distracted. Decrease any distractions. Decrease anything that gets rid of your peace. But also, from all these pentacle cards, I'm really getting that you need to, balance work or focusing on shit or trying to do your best and your only competition is yourself from yesterday. You need to have fun. You need to do fun things to balance the work that you are needing to do and you're doing. Work hard, but also have lots of fun to balance that. You can't work all day and have no fun and then you're not in balance. Because this abundance that sustains you and creates financial freedom and financial stability and also inner abundance and inner wealth and making you feel worthy of your abundance and having really positive money beliefs. That's what helps create joyous fun, because there's plenty of people in the world who have lots of money, lots of success materially in the third dimension, but they don't have any fucking fun and they're miserable and they are penny pinching or they don't share their money. This abundance, this windfall of riches that is coming your way, use it to have fun. The money that's coming in for you, you're going to be able to have so much fucking fun with it. I'm fucking excited for you, bro. You are going to be going places this summer, doing shit with your friends, doing shit with family, having so much fun. I really see that this summer is going to be so fruitful for you. All of the energy of these cards is spring, summer, because usually the pentacles represents winter, and maybe that's the work you need to do is focusing this winter on manifesting this and putting in the effort and putting in the work and going hard and hustling. But you also have to remember to balance it with fun and peace and love and joy and slow down and don't get too worked up to where you're stressed out by the shit that you're doing, the work that you're doing. Be patient, because this is going to really, this energy is really going to start coming in the summer. So you need to be patient with the shit that you have planted and practice maturity and stability. Don't be immature with your finances. You're not going to be able to manifest. You're not going to be able to manifest shit, because in the past you may have really blown your money and don't do that anymore. So I want to get this thing. It's those they're these savings things. Look it up if you're interested in really saving your money and manifesting money. I've always had problems in the past with saving money, and it's a savings challenge, or they're little books, and it'll be rent for one envelope, and they're full of envelopes, and it'll be rent or makeup, or it helps you budget shit into different categories, and I feel it's super dope. And another thing you could get is a savings box. Those are super cool. Or you can just really just make a plan, write it out, write out a plan. Say in the quantum field, which this is possible, this is a thing, that there's a timeline, which there's a timeline where you have created and manifested $1 million. So take out a journal or go on your phone in your notes or on a computer or some shit and write out, what would you do with your first $1 million? What would you do that first day? Would you book a flight? Would you order something? Would you like set a certain amount of money aside? Would you invest that into, something that you want to, like a business or a side hustle, or what would you do? What would you do? And you could do anything with $1 million. Really play with your imagination. And I feel like this is another thing that I'm getting. Your imagination is so vivid and bright, and you can really play with your life. Like, your life is like, you're meant to have fun and enjoy life and really imagine the life that you want to create. And all these cards here are saying that you can manifest it. You are manifesting it. You're in the process of manifesting it, and Spirit is seeing you. Spirit is seeing you. And Spirit wants you to know that you deserve this abundance. You deserve to have fun. You deserve to travel and have great experiences and live the life that you want to live. You're worthy of it. You've came this far, and you deserve it. Oh my god, there's a car horn. I feel like that's fucking confirmation. That car horn, that car thingy, beep, beep, beep. Like, Spirit is coming through, bro, for you. Spirit is coming through. Alright, let's see about some other oracle cards so we can get some more clarity. So, we're going to be using this deck, and let's see what Spirit has to say more about what you're currently manifesting, how you can become your highest self, what energy you're currently embodying, and what's in store for the future, and how you can create your future in the best possible way. Oh shit. Leo, shine. Shine, bro, shine. Take off this fucking mask that you're hiding behind, bro. Take off this mask. And I really got this energy that you, like, really are a showstopper. Like, you may be into acting or, like, art, or you're really creative and smart. And, bro, like, you're meant to be seen, and you're meant to develop into the best version of yourself, and I see that you are. You've changed so much in the past year, and you're starting off this year, like, feeling like you're on a new path. And this year, you're meant to fucking show everyone who you really are. You need to embrace that fire energy and embrace the changes that Spirit is calling you to make in your life. And shine. You need to shine that shit. All the stuff that you're creating right now, when you, like, show it to the world is going to fucking love it. People you know, people you don't know, people are going to be so interested. People are already so interested in you, and they're inspired by you, and they look up to you, and they see you as, like, this really cool ass person. Like, for real, like, people love your energy. I love your energy. And, like, you need to stop hiding. Like, you're so amazing. Like, stop hiding. Stop isolating yourself. You may be, like, a hermit secretly, or, like, you may be more of a person that doesn't expose too much to people, or you may have secrets about yourself. But Spirit is telling you that these things that you've been hiding and the fears that you've been having your dream life is on the other side of these fears that you have about shining your light, and you need to shine your light, and you will manifest this shit that you're doing. You're going to manifest the life that you desire by putting it out into the world and unapologetically being you. All right, let's get another card. Spirit, what other messages do you have? Juno, partnership. So there may be someone in your life that you're in love with, and you're either with this person or you're not. And if you are with this person, I see this relationship being super supportive of whatever you're doing. Like, your partner or the person that you love really sees you as like a super amazing person and really supports all your dreams. And if you're scared to tell them your dreams, they'll be so supportive when you do. You need to express yourself more to this person and open up more, because this person really loves you. If you are in a relationship, I really see this relationship blossoming. You see all these flowers. This relationship is blossoming, and it's changing and it's growing, and I feel like it's growing with your career success. And maybe this relationship is something else that you've been manifesting. Maybe you are single and you are attracting your soulmate. You're attracting a divinely aligned person in your life that you're meant to be with. That's part of your destiny. That's part of your path. And maybe this person will come in with these manifestations. Maybe this is who you've been manifesting. Maybe you've been manifesting a soulmate or a person that really treats you like royalty, because Leo has to do with royalty and, you know, being spoiled and luxury and being treated like, you know, with like princess treatment, king treatment, queen treatment, you know, royalty fucking treatment. And like, this person that's coming in for you, or this person that you already have in your life, wants to treat you like royalty. But maybe you're hiding something from them or hiding yourself from them. And Spirit isn't going to fully manifest for you like the most beautiful relationship if you're hiding parts of yourself. Like, you have to be vulnerable in a relationship. You can't just fucking hide. You can't have secrets. You can't hide certain shit. Like, yeah, like privacy is important for a lot of things, and maybe you don't want to open up about certain things, but vulnerability and unconditional love and acceptance is important here. Let's see some more messages. So Spirit, what other messages do you have? All right. To be fair. To be fair. Okay. You know, this card looks like it's talking about balance. So I was just talking about to you, like, you didn't have balance between work and fun. And if you look closely, there is a little owl on top of her head. And interestingly, she's also wearing a mask. So really take off that mask. Take off that mask and shine your talents. Shine your skills and creativity and share them. Post them on social media. Go out in the world. Make some calls. Make some fucking emails. Do what you can to market yourself or market this shit that you're like manifesting, or the product you're creating or business you're creating, or the art that you're creating, the music you're creating, the book that you're writing, whatever you're doing, whatever you're manifesting. If you're going to school, if you, like, I see you being your own boss. I see you being your own, like, your own leader. You're a leader. You're a leader. You're meant to lead and teach and help people. And you're meant to, like, inspire people. You already inspire people without any status, without any fame. I can see you being famous. Like, I can fucking see you being famous, bro. And you need to be fair with yourself, though. Like, I feel like you're super hard on yourself. Like, love yourself. Appreciate yourself more. Stop with negative self-talk. Affirm that you're beautiful, and, like, affirm that you are worthy of the money that you desire, and the life that you desire, and the things you desire, the people you desire, the experiences you desire. You deserve your desires. And I was just saying, like, the owl on top of her head symbolizes, like, being level-headed and, like, wisdom and shit. And, like, you have so much wisdom and inner authority that is super inspiring to people, and people look up to you and think that you're, like, super smart. And I feel like people also think you're super funny. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, you're just super funny. Spirit, any other messages from this deck that you have for our beautiful pile one? Oh shit. We have fork in the road. Alright. And truth be told. Alright, so there's another owl, which is interesting. So, and another mask. There's another mask. What mask are you wearing? What are you hiding? You're hiding something. You're hiding yourself. You're dimming your own light in certain ways. Like, you're meant to be, like, on posters, or, like, I don't know, like, you're meant to be seen. You're meant to be seen so bad. Like, Spirit is telling you, you're meant to be seen so fucking bad, and you aren't letting yourself be seen. Or maybe you're just starting. You're just starting to let yourself be seen. And maybe you just, like, have begun to see the truth of certain situations, or maybe some illusions have been lifting, and you are, like, quantum leaping through this, like, this portal to a new reality. Like, I see you, like, stepping through, like, this portal, and you're, like, you're on your way to your dream life. Like, I really think that you're, like, in, like, a rabbit hole right now. Like, if things feel, like, super confusing, or things are falling out of your life, like, I feel like with this card too, things are just falling out of your life effortlessly. Like, they're just, like, flowing like water, like, just leaving your life. Like, it's just everything that doesn't align with you anymore, anything that doesn't serve you anymore, Spirit is just, like, peacefully just making it fall away. And these, like, things, like little petals flowing in the wind, I feel like really communicate that you need to let yourself be free. You need to free yourself out of whatever cage you've built for yourself, whatever cage the society has built for you, whatever conditioning you've been programmed with, whatever negative or limiting beliefs you've been operating under. Free yourself. Free yourself. And I feel like there's a lot of air energy with the presence of, like, owls and shit. Like, I feel like you're super smart, and you have so many ideas, and these ideas deserve to be known by the entire world, and you need to really share them. Like, as you can see, I love masks. I love like, masquerade masks, and I'm super into art, and, like, I love, like, I'm not an actor. Like, I wish I was an actor, like, actress or whatever, but I don't know, like, I love masks, and I feel like I'm picking up that, like, you have a lot of, like, creative talent. Like, you could be an actor, or, like, a writer, or just, like, anything that's creative, like an artist in any way. Like, could, like, making jewelry, or, like, painting, or sculpting, or anything that has to do with art. Like, You may like content creation, that's art. Tarot is an art. Anything, I feel like everything is an art. Everything is an art, because anything that you feel creatively drawn towards and you express from your inner world out into your external reality, that is art. Where you take your feelings and your thoughts and you express them and share them with the world, that's art. And that is what Leo is all about, is expression. And you need to express yourself. You need to tell the truth to your own self. And anything that you've been hiding, any secrets that you've been having, honestly, they've either came out or they're going to come out. And you need to tell the truth. Don't lie, don't deceive, don't manipulate, especially to yourself, because it's just going to bring bad karma back to you and just keep causing conflict and dissonance within your own self that makes you feel guilty. Like, tell the truth and stand by the truth, and your life is going to quantum leap into your own truth. Don't deny yourself, because maybe that's why your life isn't the way you fully want it to be yet, because you've been denying your own light and denying your own power and denying your own talent and creativity and denying loving yourself and embracing who you truly are and hiding behind a mask and fork in the road. So yeah, there's so many timelines that you are being like called to jump and leap into. There's so much potential right now. Like, you're at a crossroads right now. The fuck is that, a fucking monkey? There's a fucking monkey on there. Oh my god, and there's another fucking owl on this llama's back. That's you. You're an owl at this point. You're literally an owl and you're on the llama's back and you're like, all right, so where am I gonna go? Which path am I gonna take? What opportunity am I going to choose? There's opportunities coming your way, or they're already available to you, and you have the choice to choose any of them. But which one does your heart want? Which one do you truly want? Which one is different than what you've been doing for your whole life that you feel like is the safe way, the normal way, the way you've always known? Take a new path. Take the path that you feel excitement and you feel like you're stepping into a new life. Take the path that is like where you're doing everything that you're afraid to do. Take the path that dog confirmation dog barking confirmation from spirit barking through a dog. I'm just kidding. Some tarot readers be like that. They'd be like, that airplane means that you're about to get on an airplane soon, but like I believe in that shit. Like, I'm literally like one of those people. But yeah, like, you need to take the path. You also, I feel like I'm getting that you have always taken the path less traveled. Like, you're super unique, and maybe you've been an outcast in your life, and people, maybe the reason why you hide behind a mask is because people didn't accept you in the past. But you need to let go of the past. The past is gone. The past is dead. The past is only a memory, and it only lives in your head. And the present moment is now. So you can choose. You can't change the past. And you don't know the future. But this present moment right now, you can ground yourself and be like, okay, I can create my reality and I can create my future by harnessing the power of this present moment. What would my highest self do in this moment? And then that's when everything changes. That's when everything fucking changes, is when you start aligning your heart with your intuition and your spiritual guidance and that inner voice that is telling you things that you always put off because you think they're a waste of time, when they're actually your soul's fucking dreams that you are not letting yourself fully pursue yet. Like, you need to jump all in. You need to jump all into this new reality. I'm telling you, all you have to do is just be patient and and your dream life will be yours this year. I'm telling you, this year is when everything fucking changes for you. You just have to, like, journal about this shit. Like, write out, like, all right, what am I not admitting to myself? What am I pretending to be blind to, even though I know that I need to do this, even though I know that this is meant for me, even though I know this is my destiny, even though I know that I shouldn't be lying about this, even though I know that I shouldn't be keeping this secret. Tell the truth and prioritize integrity and embrace your own fucking self and have fun. All right, now let's just get like a couple confirmation cards. Spirit, what messages do you have? Happiness. Wow, happiness. That's really good. What else do we have? You. Productivity. All right, so we're just talking about that Eight of Pentacles energy that's missing. And oh shit, there's an 8 right there. There's a fucking 8 with this big ass pumpkin. Productivity. So yeah, manage your time better. I'm getting. Stop getting distracted by certain shit. Decrease what's on your to-do list and maybe focus on only a couple things a day. Victory, bro. This has to do with Leo. Leo's all about that royalty energy. You're going to do this, bro. This is happening. This is fucking going to happen. This is happening right now. Like, this shit's blossoming. All right. Oh shit, this was on the back of the deck. Desire. OMFG. Bro, I cannot fucking make this up, bro. Like, you. Okay, be productive. This is what I'm getting. Be productive. Alright, and like, I'm seeing like zodiac signs on this shit. So I feel like Cancer being on this card means like you will find endless energy and passion to work towards your goals if you just keep that imagination alive. Keep dreaming and keep focusing on your dream and keep that image and visualize and harness the energy of your inner world to keep that, spark alive within yourself. And the productivity will flow. Like, you won't have to feel like you're like working. Like, work won't feel like work at that point. Like, when you're doing what you love, like, okay, yeah, maybe you have to just like work at a job, but like work on this on the side, the thing that you want to do, work on it on the side, and you will keep that passion. And maybe like you'll fucking stay up late nights, have so much, interest in it and passion for it, but you have to keep that hope alive within yourself and the belief that this will happen, and the trust and that connection with spirit, and really harness the energy of your emotions. Happiness, like this has Gemini on it. I feel like you need to communicate more and communicate better with your own self. Like, look within yourself. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Check in with yourself. Like, realize when you don't feel good. Realize when you feel great. Be grateful more. Seek to understand yourself more. And, always remember, you can have your dream life and all of your desires, but if you don't shift the things holding you back inside of your own mind and the emotions that your nervous system maybe has been conditioned to, or like stress, or like if you don't shift that within yourself, you aren't going to achieve true happiness and fulfillment. You need to actually like go within your own inner world and shift beliefs and change the way you think in order to really embody that energy of like, I'm blessed, I'm abundant, I deserve this. Because as I said, like, there's plenty of people who are fucking gazillionaires, bro, and they haven't worked through the trauma within them. They haven't worked through the things that they know they should have worked on. They know that they're ignoring. They know that this is important for their healing, but they don't do it. So you need to go within yourself, work on whatever you need to heal, and that's how you achieve true fulfillment. Because don't put all of your focus and emphasis on like what you want in the future. Like, oh, I want this and it's in the future. Like, you're complete and whole right now, and any problems that you have right now, let them just fall and release down, just down, just like maybe like meditate more and ground yourself more. All right, we have victory and desire. So I really feel like you are going to manifest this summer. It's really gonna start coming in. All right, let's get an abundance message. Spirit, what messages do you have from this abundance deck? This is called the Angels of Abundance deck, and I really like it. Okay. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. I was just talking about visualization. You need to visualize, maybe like do like guided meditations and reprogram your mind to have an abundance mindset and to harness the energy of like your mind and your subconscious mind and visualize your dream reality. There's so many on YouTube. Like I really like Gem Goddess's abundance meditation. It's like not abundance meditation, it's like a quantum leaping dream reality meditation. But yeah, hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. All right, so that's if you want to look at it closer. Then we have attracting, not chasing. Is this shit focus? All right. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying that chasing energy. Indeed, fucking says instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So this is about embracing the feminine energy of magnetism. So feminine energy is like magnetic, like I know I'm worthy, I know I deserve this. Like your mind and your inner world is filled with like, it's just like overflowing with abundance. If you are overflowing with beliefs and images and your imagination is full of abundance, you are going to naturally attract that effortlessly, basically. Like opportunities, money, people, experiences, your desires, everything. It's just going to come to you. And then your masculine energy is a tool to put effort and work into like the details of what you're creating And you create from your feminine energy. You create from that source of like the cosmic womb. Literally like harness both energies, because you can use your feminine energy to attract effortlessly, but also you need to use your masculine energy to put effort and commitment and dedication and work into the things that you're manifesting. So you need to find a really good balance between that, okay? Okay, so then we have God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So the universe is with you, the universe is watching you, and the universe is proud of you. Your spirit guides, everyone is supportive of you right now. And remember that you have this divinity within you. You are made of the same stuff that the universe is made of. You have the same creative power as the universe. Think about that. The universe consciously created this world and itself and everything. And you are a fractal of that consciousness. And you can use your own consciousness to create shit. So remember that you can always come back to source and ground yourself and connect with the universe or God in the way that feels the best to you. Like I use tarot to connect with spirit. Like all of these messages resonate to me. Like I'm applying this into my own life and taking these lessons into my own life as I fucking speak this channeled message to you. All right, so like we're all connected. Everything is connected, and we're all meant to be abundant. We all are abundant already. We're not meant to be in lack and poverty and negative thinking, because negative thinking is a form of lack in itself. Like positivity is the abundant way of thinking, optimism, and really focus on gratitude for things that you already have. Because once I started gratitude journaling and like focusing on like being appreciative and thankful for the little things in my life, like seemingly little things, it's like all these opportunities and like things that I've wanted to manifest for years in my life suddenly have fallen into my lap, and they're continuing to fall, and I'm seeing things that I've always wanted coming into my life, and like suddenly right before my eyes, it's like my dream life is just like coming together, you know what I mean? So I don't know if this is relevant, but I'm seeing like a spider like creating a web, and I feel like that's you. It's like you are building something that's super powerful, and once your web is finished, all you have to do is wait and like catch the flies, like in how like a spider just like creates the web, puts so much effort into the web, and then they like reap the rewards of just like waiting and attracting the flies and the bugs that like come to the web, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what you are creating right now. All right, now let's get last messages from our spirit pouch. Oh, spirit, what messages do you have? I feel like I want to go all the way to the bottom because I don't know. Just want to. All right. So we have some fortunes, we have some blocks. That shit wasn't even focused that whole time. I'm so sorry. All right. So We have creativity. Oh shit, creativity. Save. Concentrate. Concentrate. Practice. Practice. And opportunity. Then we have a feeling is an idea with roots. Then we have your adventurous spirit will take you to new heights. All right. This is a really, really old fortune that I have. Oh my god, this looks like an ancient Egyptian scroll, like, in my hand. Accept something that you cannot change, and you will feel better. All right, that's it for pile 1, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Stay blessed and namaste. Now we're gonna go to pile 2. That's 4 fingers. Pile 2. All right. So I was talking about how the North Node is your destiny. Your South Node is the shit that holds you back in your life, and it includes all of your karmic connections, all of your karmic patterns, all of the things that you brought into this lifetime from past incarnations. And this also has to do with like generational patterns that you need to break. That's the North Node's guidance. It's breaking your past and harnessing your own energy to create a new future and do things differently than you've always done. And you know, the South Node is like all about doing things the same way and your comfort zone and things that you've always done, patterns you've always done, ways that you've always thought, ways that you've always acted. And the South Node, we could be pretty good at it, whatever our South Node is. So I feel like these cards are communicating you should look at your North Node and South Node and see, ask yourself, like, all right, so what's my North Node? And that's your path to your destiny. Embracing your North Node is what's going to lead you to this full moon, to this fulfillment, because your moon isn't full yet, it's getting there. But you have to change and release these things that are holding you back, that are from your past. It may be people holding you back that you need to leave in the past. You need to leave them in the dust. There may be patterns, thoughts, habits, behaviors, all sorts of things in your life that the South Node is calling you to bring your attention to and take responsibility for. And you need to take control of the situation, which is the North Node, and taking control of your life and move forward in a new way. Because altering your course and going towards what you need to be committed to, what your goal is, what you desire to manifest. This requires you to not do the same things you've always done, because you can't do the same things you have always done and expect to get a whole new life, expect to get different results. You have to change what you're doing. There's something that you're doing that you've been doing for a long, long, long time, maybe your entire life, maybe many years, maybe a couple months, and this is holding you back. Step out of your comfort zone, embrace new things, start doing new things. things that you've always wanted to do or you've been called to do lately and you've just been putting them off. And meditate and contemplate. So I feel like Spirit is telling you that you need to go within and look within your own self and your imagination and your heart and your mind, especially your subconscious mind. And you need to do some introspection and really identify any illusions and deceptions within yourself, because Pisces does have to do with illusions, deceptions, substance abuse sometimes, addictions, but it also has to do with spirituality and transcendence and enlightenment and divination and connecting with the divine. So whatever pain, whatever suffering, whatever things that you're going through, all the answers are within you. This is a new moon, and you've opened a new chapter in your life. And I feel like your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are trying to find some balance. But the way to find balance is to do some inner work and introspect. Because if we put all of our attention and energy into the physical world, the third dimension, and not taking the time to create space for our own needs, maybe we're giving too much of ourselves to others and we're not spending enough time focusing on things that we need to do. Or we're not spending enough time nurturing our own selves, and instead we're putting others' needs before our own and nurturing others before ourselves. And that's such an amazing quality, and that's so great that you do that, but you need to give yourself time to think about what's working in your life, what's not working in your life, and reorient your path and follow your destiny. What's Spirit guiding you towards? What's Spirit nudging you towards? What magic is waiting for you on the other side of this door that you've just been standing at? Walk through that door. Walk through the door of your destiny. Step out of your comfort zone and go towards what you want. Stop doing the same things and expecting different results. Your commitment is being tested because you've been in this internal conflict between your true desires and the things that are holding you back from chasing and attracting those desires. Well, I don't mean to say chasing in a bad way, but going after what you want. So Spirit is testing your commitment because in the past, I feel like you fell short and you internalized that, and you felt like a failure over something. And you have some guilt and some baggage in your life about a lot of things, and I feel like you've been through so much darkness in your life. But Spirit is with you, and you need to have faith and hope that your goal is on its way to coming into fruition. But your faith is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Do all that you can. Don't slack. Take time to relax and meditate and contemplate and recharge and introspect. There's times for this. There's times to go within, and there's times to isolate. Block out the world, block out the noise, and to go within. But there's also times to go after what you want and work towards what you want and show the universe that you truly want this. Show the universe that you're capable of this. Make your life a moving prayer. Do things and be in the way that you know Spirit is watching you. You know Spirit is watching you all the time. So don't think that you can just like get away with like bullshit when Spirit is watching you. And people can't get away with bullshit because karma is real. Karma, it's like we're all part of the same circle, and the circle is always going to come back around. It's like a spiral. We're in this spiral, and it's always going to come back around. And you are really like trying here. Like, you're really trying here, and you're creating positive karma, and the universe sees you. You are seen by the universe, and you're also seen by others. And you have the potential to make your dream reality. It's on its way. And I feel like you are really doing so great at being dedicated and committed. You just have to let go of these things that are distracting you and holding you back, and taking you off the course of your purpose, your destiny. Show the universe that you can get rid of those things. Get rid of those things for yourself and for the best interest of everyone involved in your life. All right, so let's get into some tarot cards. Oh, Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2? There's so many cards that are upright, but which one's gonna come out? Oh, okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Sudden events changed your life. In the past, in the present, the universe is opening up to you. And in the future, destiny strikes without warning. Interesting. So then we have their future that came out with this card. So your destiny may be intertwined with somebody else's. It may be a lover, it may be a friend, it may be a family member, maybe all of these things. But Spirit is turning the wheel on your fortune. And if you've been living with positive intentions, your fate, your destiny is going to strike for your highest good. It always will. Spirit always does everything for your highest good. Even if it teaches you a difficult lesson, it's to grow you. Without rain, there are no flowers. Without rain, a plant can't grow. Nothing would be here without rain, you know? Like, nothing would grow. And all the suffering that you've been through and the things that you've been through in your life and any unexpected things that really just changed your reality, the universe wants you to, the universe wants you to know that it was for your highest good, and it changed you into the strong and resilient person that you are today, because without the things that you went through, you would be much weaker and you wouldn't be as wise as you are today, and knowledgeable and talented and amazing. You had to go through these things. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Okay, so let's see some more cards. Oh, Spirit, what message? Oh, okay. Let's just go with this one. Page of Pentacles. This came out for the other pile 1, but it came out in reverse. And your card, it came out in upright. So in the past, responsibilities were not fully realized. So maybe you were immature about some things that you should have took more seriously, or you had really amazing ideas but you just never moved forward on them and put the effort and time and dedication and patience and commitment into them. And in the present, you are really taking control of this situation, and Spirit is guiding you to use all of this energy and passion and creativity that you're feeling right now to take things to the next level. I feel like you're going on to the next level. Like the Wheel of Fortune is turning you into somebody new. And you're on this new journey where you're manifesting a lot of fucking money. I'm just hearing money, and I'm hearing stability. You're manifesting people and physical things in your life that you've never had before, and if you did have these things before, you didn't appreciate them, because the Page of Pentacles has to do with acting like a child, or having a youthful energy. And it's not always bad. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's you just didn't fully take accountability, and you weren't fully invested in a mature and reliable way into this thing. Okay, so let me get a couple cards from this deck, because I'm being called to see some more that Spirit wants you to know. Oh, Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2? Oh, okay. You are on a whole new journey, and Spirit is supporting you every step of the way. You're actually building a really positive connection with your inner self and your intuition. And I feel like the High Priestess has to do with the meditation and the contemplation card that you have right here. So the Page of Pentacles, I feel like, aligns with this Fool. So these are really big things in your life that are currently happening and are creating things that are on their way to you. So many things are on their way to you. People are on their way to you. But the Pentacles speaks about waiting. And your commitment is being tested, and how much you can keep faith and keep doing what you're doing and continuing to try to get better and doing your best. And maybe you just started out. You can't quit, and you can't give up like you did in the past, because I'm getting here that in the past you quit. You didn't follow through. You maybe made a plan to do something and you didn't do it, or life just was crazy and you couldn't do it, or just you have excuses that you feel are valid, but in reality I feel like you just doubted yourself. And the Fool speaks about going on a whole new journey, and you're embarking on a new journey where you have no baggage, you have no experience and no knowledge about. And as you can see, this person and this card is beating on a drum, and they have a very vacant and unconscious expression. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of things in your life unconsciously, and it's this lack of consciousness that is the real reason why you didn't manifest this goal. You, in the past, you've been just unaware of your power and how much, like, how amazing and deep you are. Like, you are a very deep soul. I feel like you have, like, you're an old soul. And the High Priestess talks about knowing our worth and knowing our value and really knowing our inner world and our psychic abilities and spiritual powers. And how I see it in the tarot is like the Magician is the divine masculine, and the High Priestess is the divine feminine, and then the Empress is like the physical manifestation of the High Priestess, and then the Emperor is the physical manifestation of the Magician. So I feel like the High Priestess and the Magician, they're purely like inner world counterparts within ourselves of the divine masculine and feminine energies. And I don't mean it in any type of gender specific way. We all have it within us. So I feel like you're really being called to like learn about yourself and learn more about your gifts and powers. You're awakening your powers. You have powers. And this really ties into like meditating and contemplating and tapping into your inner world and introspecting. The High Priestess is all about that. We have to maintain a balance between our inner world and our outer world, because if our inner world is all crazy and, you know, all over the place, our lives are going to manifest like that. So, all right, so let us get into some oracle cards. Oh, Spirit, how can pile 2 follow their destiny? How can pile 2 manifest their desire into reality and bring their full moon moment into fruition? How can pile 2 be committed? How can pile 2... Okay. I didn't even have to finish fucking speaking. So we have friends and colleagues, and we have the vast universe. So let me get one more card, Spirit. Oh, of course I wanted to give us 2 more cards. So we have transformation, and we have kindred partnership. So I'm going to put this over here. So you are going through a huge spiritual awakening and a huge spiritual transformation where your entire life is changing, and you see how she's like on a bridge, like it's like you're walking into a whole new reality. And she kind of reminds me of the High Priestess. Like they're like low-key like looking the same. And I feel like the key to your transformation is turning inwards, transforming within. Stop worrying about, well, don't completely, actually no, let me continue. Stop worrying is the key. Stop worrying about the physical world. Don't worry. Worrying gets you nowhere. Don't worry. Meditate and contemplate. If you need to plan, plan. If you need to think something through, think it through. Don't stress, don't worry, don't have fear, don't hold on to negativity. Transform any part of yourself that's holding you back. Go within. What is your inner self wanting to tell you? The universe is really like coming through to let you know that it's here and it's watching and it's within everything and it's in you and it's everywhere and it's everything at the same time. I feel like you are opening up to the world and you're finding love and joy and friendships, and you're reconnecting with your social side. Because naturally, this transformation is going to attract new types of people, because you're not going to be attracting the same types of people if you're a different person. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be the same person anymore. You're not the same person anymore, honestly. You've been changing and you've been releasing things. And you need to release some more things to make space for the new reality that's coming in for you. And I really see people supporting you on this journey. People that your spirit is super aligned with are coming into your life. And you are also being called to be more grateful for the people who are in your life, because there's ways, out of the box kind of ways, that these people can help you. And maybe you need to like reconnect with the people in your life more. Like, maybe you aren't spending enough time with them, and maybe you're spending too much time though with them and not giving yourself enough time to go within. So you need to find a balance, of course. And also, I see a romance for you. You're either in a relationship, attracting a relationship, but I see one, and it's beautiful and it's pure and it's unconditional love. And yeah, like, people can be of a lot of help to you on this journey, and keeping up that spark and that passion and that inspiration that you need right now. Okay, so let's get into some more cards. So, oh, Spirit of the Universe, what message do you have for pile 2? What is part of pile 2's destiny? Aurora of Gamma. So we have Aurora of Gamma. So with this deck, it's like important for me to like read from the book, because this book is like hella good. So 27, Aurora of Gamma. Alright. It is time to let go of what has been. You are swiftly outgrowing your past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans. So I feel like this is like some guidance from here, like, okay, your commitment is being tested, but you need to not be so hard on yourself and strict with certain stuff, because you may have a tendency to be too strict with yourself. You have the spiritual intelligence You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. So it is imminent. It is imminent. You're very close to achieving your goal. So all these confirmations are coming through right now, bro. All right. So let me like get closer so I could like, I don't know, show you it more. Aurora is the Roman goddess of the dawn, the bringer of light, and the initiatrix of a new cycle or chapter in your life. She is the luminous dispeller of darkness, the flickering flame of hope in the heart that can burn into such a radiant holy fire that even the greatest challenges do not cause the soul to turn away in fear. That I feel like fear may be holding you back also. Her presence in a reading signifies a fresh start and the overcoming of an old cycle. There's that south node, north node conflicting energy, and the north node will win. Gamma waves are high frequency, typically 40 hertz in humans, but extending to higher levels with hypergamma oscillating at around 100 hertz. Associated with spiritual insight and clarity, pure vision, and breakthrough awareness, the gamma state is associated with high-level processing that leads to integration and evolution. With the gamma frequency, we transform knowledge into wisdom through application. We tap into our ability to integrate information and, in doing so, are truly healed and transformed. As the world around us becomes increasingly complex, the capacity for superior processing is swiftly becoming necessary for the spiritual, emotional, psychological, and even physical well-being of humanity. There is a strong link between spiritual practices such as meditation and the production of gamma waves. When we experience a heightened state of spiritual awareness, an expansive sense of being or powerful connection with the universe or spirit, our brain is in gamma mode. Shifting our gray matter gears into gamma waves can facilitate the breaking up of stagnant modes of thinking and behaving. This is the sacred frequency of evolution. Humans who are stuck in patterns repeat the same stories, the same words, the same thoughts over and over as though repeated on a loop. The soul can begin to wither with such constriction. What is needed is something new and increasingly alive, such as the life-stimulating grace of encounters with the unfamiliar. Connection to gamma waves can increase and enhance our capacity to embrace the unfamiliar, and through that openness of being, constructive adaptation is enhanced. Our way of being becomes more fluid, responsive, and creative. We engage with our experiences and grow positively through how we respond to what is happening. Aurora of gamma indicates a shift into a new cycle, but also the growing presence of the light within, which is the creative light of spirit. Tuning into that light opens up options for living soulfully, away from the grip of ignorance, no longer constantly ensnared by the compelling but ultimately fraudulent conjurations of ego. Her new era is an inner transformation with positive external consequences. Trust in what your inner light is manifesting in your heart and in our world. So there's a healing process that you can do. Let me like put it closer. So you can take a screenshot of this and do this on your own time, which is what I really recommend. So you can screenshot this. And then screenshot this page. Alright, so this, I feel like this card I feel like is really like good. It's really giving you a lot of great advice. All right, so now let's get into some more cards. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile 2? Pile 2. Oh. A change in the wind. So I'm being called to read the book for this one too. So maybe you like to read or something. Maybe you like to learn or read fiction, or I don't know. I feel like you have a really powerful imagination. So let's read the book for this one. All right, a change in the wind. I'm fucking thirsty as hell. Let me drink this shit. All right. Okay. A change in the wind. Essential meanings. A sense that an unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. The Oracle's message for you is that it's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. The South Node again. I feel like I'm being so annoying talking about the nodes. We want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. You must stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter the seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Your relationship message is, relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear, and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Oh my god, that resonated with me personally so well. I don't know if that resonated with you, but take it, as I always say, take it or leave it. Prosperity message. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you've pursued something that you suddenly realize is not in your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out. All will be well, even better, actually. Trust. And your protection message. There are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable, and it's for the best. for the higher good. Even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Alright, so let's get some last confirmation cards up in here. Actually, I'm gonna pull an abundance card too though. So, Spirit, any more messages that you have for pile 2? Oh my god, that's too many. I don't know how to shuffle well still. I like just got back into tarot after like disconnecting it for like so long. Alright. You have success. Success! Oh my god. Alright, you have success. And you have wholeness. Alright, and then let's see any abundance messages that Spirit wants you to know. Oh shit. You have, oh my god. So many cards just fell. You got windfall of abundance. Let me like make sure that this is alright. If you hear like weird squeaks, that's my chair. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Oh my god, it's Santa. Santa, he's super giving too, so always remember, like, you give and you get. You give, you receive. You know, don't ever have the mindset of lack. You always have something to give. It doesn't have to cost money. Be giving, be generous. But a windfall of abundance is coming in for you. And then we have ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but the only thing that matters is that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So don't be afraid to ask. And don't be afraid to seek help. Alright. Another thing that I feel like you could start doing is like manifestation techniques like scripting, magic water, like there's all sorts of things you could look at, like manifestation techniques, but I really feel like scripting might be good for you, or like visualization would be really, really powerful for you. All right, so let's get some last final messages from our spirit pouch bag thingy. So these ones are like right from the other ones. So let me take them out. All right, so we have the fortune teller. Says, you've been sleeping and having to wake too early for your pleasure. You may find, if you relax, that you dream 1,000 new paths and awake to walk your old one. Dreams are the touchstones of our characters. You will probably find an answer to a problem you have through a dreamy sleep. A dream which is not interpreted is like a letter which is not read. Although it's hard to pay attention when you sleep, relax and you will be shown great things. The eye sees a thing more clearly in dreams than the imagination when awake. All right. And then let's get a few blocks up in here. Oh, we have art. Maybe an artist, or you're creating art in some form. Or you are a piece of art yourself, bro. Alright, so art. I don't know if you can see this. It says learn. Then we have negative. You need to release negative shit. In a big way, to transform. In a big way you could release and express and let go of negative things. You could create art to express it. That's what I do. But anything negative that is holding you back, Spirit is really calling you to figure out how to release it. And your dreams are right on the horizon of manifesting. You just have to stay committed, stay grateful, stay present, and remember your worth and your power, and know that you're transforming right now. You're on a new journey. You're gonna have a whole new life in 2025, and you may be already feeling like you have a whole new life. You need to let go of anything negative for this life to blossom. You chose a rose, and I feel like you're blossoming right now. You're blossoming into somebody new. Hope you enjoyed your reading, and let's get into pile 3. What's up, pile 3? This is your message if you picked this pile. And if you picked this pile, I sense that something that you've been manifesting within your mind and within yourself and figuring out within yourself, and maybe you've been doing some healing or introspection. Like this pile, if you chose this pile, I feel like there's a really deep message stored in here for you about whatever you've been trying to manifest or whatever you've been trying to heal within your own self. So let's get into your reading, pile 3. So, Spirit of the Universe, what message do you have for pile 3? Oh, it just wanted to come out right away. Oh wow, so we have gratitude. Spirit, what other messages do you have for, oh my god, what other messages? Oh, the unexpected. Is this upside down? Okay, because both cards came out upside down. You have the unexpected, blue moon. Gratitude was last quarter moon, and the unexpected is the blue moon. And Spirit, give me one last message for pile 3. Oh, we're just gonna pick the top card of this, and oh, well, that one wanted to come out as well. This one seems to really pop out to me too. You have all of these cards, and from what I can tell is you are a really, really powerful type of person that just like commands attention when you walk into the room, or maybe you have something about you that people envy or feed off of, and your energy is extremely just interesting and unique. And what I'm getting from all of these cards is that you have a very full and maybe spiritual personality, and this is really standing out to me, this hunger wolf moon. So yeah, the wolf moon is the full moon in January. So oh my god, I'm getting like, maybe you used to like werewolves when you were young, or like, oh my god, I used to pretend to be a werewolf and I would like crawl around and shit and like jump on couches and stuff. Oh my god, that's so funny. But that's so unrelated. But I feel like a manifestation is really coming in for you. And also with this card, it's looking like, it's as if you're you're like going through a portal. This full moon energy of like January is like, it's winter. You've been like, it's harder to live in winter. Like, it's a fact. Like, it's harder, it's more difficult to live in winter. It's like the January full moon is about, in my perspective, like you're getting through the winter. Like, spring is right around the corner. It's just only February in between. I'm just seeing like this portal, like this manifestation vortex that you are like going through right now, through this winter. It's like this winter you've done so much introspection and so much inner, like, just diving deep into who you are on the inside. And I got that energy from the Buddha, because you picking the Buddha is like basically signaling me that you have a spiritual side. And I don't know, you are more laid back, but you can also you also stand up for what you believe in, which is good. But yeah, like, you have this really powerful energy, and it's like super spiritual. And when you have spiritual energy, like, this is the queen of the moon. So over into queen of the moon, like, you're meant to own like a business, or maybe like own your own career, own your own life. You're meant to be a master of your life. And maybe that's why you had to grow up so early on in your childhood, because you had to take care of responsibilities from a young age that were difficult, but they built you into this person that is super resilient. And I feel like you're starting to gain structure in your life more. However, I also feel like you're limiting yourself, because do you see how she's like in this bubble, and the flower, like, it's trying to grow, but she's like in this bubble, and like the flower has no root. The flower has no way to root itself in the soil and like root its energy into her, and she's just like shielded from the world. Maybe you stay inside too much and you need to like put yourself out there more, or you just shield yourself from things in a lot of ways because you're afraid, or maybe you are afraid of like judgments, or never want to make people feel judged. And you are a very kind soul, but you also might say yes to everything, or be too much of the peacemaker. I'm hearing peacemaker, like, you, oh my god, this mermaid sail needs to go down. You are like, you have been the peacemaker basically your whole life since you were a kid. Oh my god, this heating pad under my ass is literally so hot. I feel like I'm dying. Oh my god, you can see the ring light because it's so dark. Literally, like, it's days later since I filmed pile 1 and pile 2, and I've been like, I've had my altar cloth like set up for you guys, like for pile 3, and deadass, like, I couldn't do it till now because I've like been doing shit. So I don't know, like, for me saying that, I feel like you do too much shit to where the point is like you might be slowing down your manifestations by trying to manifest too many things at once, or not putting enough focus and energy into nurturing, patience, attention, love, recognition, like effort, consistency, commitment, dedication into the things that you like should prioritize manifesting right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like these things, these manifestations that you're trying to pull in, like, which is what I'm getting from this full moon, like, when these manifestations come in, and they will inevitably, like, you are going to be like, oh, hey, like, I manifested this, like, I'm so excited. Like, you're gonna figure out, like, what it's like to be able to live the life with this manifestation fully here, like, in the sky, in your world, and just lighting up your life. Like, I feel like this wolf is like yes, like, this wolf is in its element, and when this manifestation comes into your life, whether it is like money, a person, a project that you've been working on, something that you've been creating, art you've been creating, anything, whatever this manifestation is that you are, that it's like been growing over the years, you know, or like maybe the past months, or maybe you've started something within the past like couple weeks that is going to be finished soon, but something is coming to fruition that you've been wanting for a fucking while. This thing that you've been wanting for a while is going to make you feel free. It's gonna make you feel like you can do whatever you want. Like, this wolf, he's like, I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm my own wolf. Like, it's the wolf moon. Like, I don't know, but what I was saying is, you see how this flower is trying to grow, but she's putting a block in between her own growth and her. And she has no clothes on, symbolizing she is becoming true to herself and accepting what she needs. And when there's no clothes, when someone doesn't wear clothes in the tarot or like in an oracle card, usually it represents like down to the bare essentials, down to the bare just essence. And for you to realize these boundaries that you're self-imposing in your own life and blocking your own growth, you need to be true to yourself, and you need to see your essence. What is the essence of things? What is blocking you? What is your essence? What is in your shadow? What is in your psyche? What is hidden from you? What are you hiding from yourself? How are you limiting yourself because of maybe the way you were raised, or maybe what you believe in that's toxic, or behaviors that you do, or anything that does not serve you? You need to have positive boundaries where you are reinforcing to not do those things that block your growth, and instead let your manifestations take form more effortlessly if you don't have those inner blockages. Like, people who are super healed and have a balance between being open to the world but also having the maturity to respect the yin and yang and the dark and light aspects within themselves and in the world as everything expresses itself in reality. Those people know their essence. Those people know their values. Those people have boundaries with themselves where they don't let themselves lower to a certain frequency, lower to a lower dimension, lower themselves to a lower dimension, like 2D, 3D, 1D. I feel like you're really establishing boundaries in your life, and boundaries with yourself, and boundaries with other people, like, but you can't be too strict with your life to the point where you are stunting your own growth, blocking your own growth, or feeding into a victim mentality that the external world and your physical world and your physical circumstances and other people and other things and me versus them and all this bullshit in the outer third dimension reality, like blaming the condition of your life or the condition of things, or blaming that certain things were out of your control, because yes, there are plenty of things that are out of our control, but they all happen for a divine reason, because it makes us stronger and it teaches us important lessons that we need to know. And something that you need to know right now is you're limiting yourself in some way. Something is trying to take root in you, a new growth, the growth of like a new mindset that you've been tapping into. Maybe you've reached a higher level of consciousness, but you keep dipping down into like the lower ones. Maybe you've had a realization that's been trying to grow, but it's trying to break through this glass, but you have created the glass. You've created a bubble around yourself to the point where you're not open to the opportunities and the magic that the universe wants to bestow upon you in all of its abundance and prosperity, because there's limits that you have within you, and you need to go deep within to your essence to figure this out, and figure out, maybe through shadow work, like what is blocking me in my spiritual path. How can I be more true? How can I be more authentic with myself? And how can I become someone who feels deserving of the things that I'm unconsciously limiting? Like, maybe you don't feel like you deserve this manifestation, and you're blocking its chances to actually try to take root in your life, because you deep down inside you, there's this limiting belief that you don't deserve this crazy thing that you want to quantum leap to. It's like, look, the planets are aligning, the moon is aligning, whatever the fuck is aligning right here, like the blue moon is aligning with another mini moon. Like, that's crazy. Like, this, oh my god, the card just snapped. This card is like you and other people that you're bringing with you, or maybe there's a specific person that you're bringing with into this new reality, into this new lifestyle, that these manifestations that are taking root or trying to take root into your life are opening up these new possibilities that you would never even expect, you would never even imagine. You can't even imagine all the shit that you imagine in your head of how life would be. There's so much more. There's so much more amazing blessings and unexpected things on your path when this comes into fruition, and it will. When these manifestations become your reality, when these manifestations come true, you are going to feel so grateful. But the thing about gratitude is, for us to attract the things into our lives that we want, we have to be grateful for the lives that we already have, and the things that we already have, and the people we already have, and show gratitude and love and attention and appreciation and dedication to growing that connection with that gratitude that we have for the things that we already have. Show love to ourselves, showing love to ourselves, being grateful for ourselves, for our gifts, for our beauty, for our talents, for our unique personality, and our unique looks, and being grateful for the people in our lives, being grateful for everything, for our pets, for even the littlest, smallest fucking speck of dust on the fucking floor, because you have a floor. You have a place to live. There's people who have no place to live. Maybe you don't have a place to live. Maybe, like, be grateful for other things, like a sandwich that you get. There's people who are really, really struggling much worse than you right now, and anything can be taken away from us materially at any moment. The only thing that really matters, and the only thing that people can't take away from us unless we let them psychically, and we make that agreement within ourselves that someone can take away our self-control and someone can take away our peace of mind, when actually that's our own responsibility to take accountability, to be able to be like, no, like, I'm accountable for my own life and my own feelings and my own thoughts, and I am not going to let you take away my power. I'm not going to betray my own values and my own boundaries and my own hunger for this manifestation of success and my own sovereignty, my own inner authority. I'm not going to betray anything that's important to me, because I'm grateful and I don't want to lose myself. You don't want to lose the things that you have in your life by not appreciating them, because that is the universe telling you that you weren't grateful enough. When you lose something, it reminds you how grateful you should have been, the things that you should have done with that person or with that idea or that opportunity. When you lose it, you realize when it's gone how much you wish you appreciated it more. And that goes with relationships, that goes with opportunities, that goes with money, that goes with material things, that goes with friends, that goes with everything that our ego doesn't appreciate. And this is only the case if your ego still doesn't have enough gratitude. And then if this message resonates with you, where you've lost things, lost important things to you, and maybe you have guilt, maybe you have within your shadow things that you hide, secrets that you have, be grateful for this present moment. Be grateful for everything that is occurring right now. Be grateful for being alive, for being able to breathe, for being able to live another day. Because it's not about that there's always somebody who has it worse, because that's not the type of mindset I want to promote on my channel. It's important to have this mindset of I get to. It's important to have this mindset of I get to do this, instead of I have to or I don't want to. No, you get to. Be grateful for being able to do the things that you are doing, to be able to live the life that you're living, because there are so many blessings that you maybe aren't having your eye open to. And when I say one eye, I mean your third eye. Because you may be looking at them with your physical eyes, but maybe your third eye is closed to clarity, and maybe it's in an illusion. Anytime that you're in an illusion, it's like your inner self is sleeping through something, and then your ego is getting away with it. Because there can be a lot of traps within us that make us not realize that we're limiting ourselves. And then when we realize that through introspection or shadow work, or that, a habit is has been destroying our lives and we break it, or a manifestation comes in and it changes our lives and we have to become a new person and step up to a higher level and a higher position in our reality, a new like identity that we're creating for ourselves. Because when our manifestations come in that we've been wishing for, it's because we've reached a new level in reality. Just remember that, because our manifestations and our desires, they become real when we align with the vibration of our desires, and then we attract that to us. Because somebody may be working on the same thing. For example, someone may be doing the same thing as somebody else, but it takes them 10 years in their journey, while this other person who has more clarity of mind, who has a higher level of consciousness, who is more detached, but also more committed and balanced and healthy and whole and fulfilled and healed and grateful and positive and all this shit, compared to a negative person that believes in egotistical things and is just really on the lower spectrum of the possibilities of being a human and the range of levels that our consciousness can be. Who do you think is going to win in the most efficient and just the most strength building and incredible way? Because honestly, the time doesn't matter. The time doesn't matter, because an asshole could take a year to get famous, but they're an asshole and they do horrible shit. And they're on fucking 2D. They're not even on 3D. They're on 2D, the second dimension. They're a narcissist. Maybe they are really materialistic and they care too much about how they look, and they care too much about basing their self-worth off of fucking follows and likes. That's third dimension shit. It doesn't matter if that person gets famous in 1 year, and then someone who is super healed and spiritual and has an amazing heart and is super kind, and when they would get famous, they would create a huge, powerful, positive impact on society. Maybe it takes that person 10 years to get famous, 5 years to get famous. But the time doesn't matter, and it's important to be tapped in with our own sovereignty and our own inner authority, and to trust our inner guide and our spirit, and to trust our intuition, and to trust that our manifestation is going to come in. No matter how many years it takes, we have to be dedicated, and we have to break these boundaries and limits that we've put on ourselves. But we also have to create and establish positive boundaries for ourselves, so that we don't lose our path, so we don't get distracted or get lost in egotistical illusions, or illusions of the lower dimensions and lower levels of consciousness, so we don't have beliefs and subconscious programming and values that were instilled and programmed into us that we don't even like actually spiritually align with, but we still go on a subconscious agenda over, because we were programmed with that bullshit since we came out of the womb, you know? And it's hard, I know it's hard to reprogram your mind, but meditation would be super good for you. You picked the Buddha. The Buddha is all about meditation and like going within and realizing inner abundance. Like, look up Buddhist teachings. Like, I'm gonna fucking make a fucking ebook about Buddhist teachings because I really fuck with Buddhism. Not gonna lie, like, it's dope. And there's so many things that are essential practices and teachings in Buddhism that show what a compassionate and wise and also detached and free guy the Buddha was. And he wasn't a god, he was a real man, and he was on earth just like how Gandhi was on earth, or all sorts of amazing people that demonstrated incredible inner power and incredible inner wealth. And I feel like the essence of that inner wealth that comes from within us has to do with knowing that we deserve what we desire. Not being attached to our desires, but knowing we deserve it. Our ego can't be attached to our desires, but we must know that we are internally whole and abundant already. Even if we want things, it's okay to want things. It's beautiful to be a human and live in this human experience in this avatar. But we also have to balance, like, we have to balance our desires and our human wants and needs and our experiences in the material world with knowing we are whole within already. We're not broken. Don't think you're broken. Don't think you are less than somebody. Don't think that you are ugly, or just don't have any type of limiting belief about yourself, because anything that you really think about yourself and constantly affirm, it destroys you slowly. And you are a really positive light in the world, but you do have some darkness within that you need to deal with, and you've been pushing it out of your mind and not letting yourself look at the things that need to be addressed within yourself. And you need to find appreciation for what you've been through, and even appreciation for the past year and the past months. Like, look how far you've come. You can't give up. You can't fall into the traps of the ego any longer. You have to ascend. And this message, I feel like, is going to tell you how to become that ascended version of yourself, that spiritual version of yourself that you want to be, and the energy that you want to give off, and this manifestation that is coming in for you and materializing into your life that you've magnetized with your energy. Like, your energy is so powerful and so amazing that it has been easy for you unconsciously your whole life. You've manifested things. If you really look back on your life, like, you've quantum leaped so many times. And you're getting to a point in your life where in just like a year, your life is going to look completely different. Your life is going to look unrecognizable. I'm hearing, like, by the next wolf moon, by the next full moon of January, the wolf moon, your hunger will be fulfilled. Your hunger for this manifestation, because you will have already reaped the rewards. Keep working, keep dedicating yourself, or start now if you haven't. If you've been sitting on this idea, start now and put up boundaries with yourself for, like, time management, for managing your own self and mastering your own self and prioritizing and putting yourself first. And before this reading, I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, And from this card, I'm getting that you are creating your reality right now. You are building a new reality. You are building this life, this new life from scratch, or what feels like scratch to you. And it's all coming from within, because the spider spins silk that sustains its life. It's able to catch food with its web. It's just amazing how this life-sustaining and essential piece of the spider, it's like from within, and it creates this web, this beautiful work that it's like a master work. It's just a masterpiece of art. There are huge spider webs that I've seen in my life that I've actually just marveled at and been like, wow, like how beautiful that this spider created this home for itself and took time and patience to cultivate and create this beautiful web. And that's what you're doing right now. You're creating this new life for yourself, and it's like you're setting up things right now that are like manifestations. I'm just really feel like your manifestations are just going to get caught in this web that you're building. It's like this web that you have to build patiently and be committed to is the web that also is going to bring the fruits of your abundance and the fruits of your labors. Because the spider works really hard to make a web that nice, you know, and to make it so beautiful. And you really need patience for this process, because the Eight of Pentacles has to do with focusing on the details and really getting gritty and harnessing the willpower within us and the inner treasure within us to create something beautiful on the outside. All right, so let's get into some more cards. Oh, Spirit of the Universe, what message do you have for pile 3? How can pile 3 become their best selves? How can pile 3 manifest their desires into their realities? Oh fuck, I'm still learning how to shuffle. You have the Ace of Swords, but it was in reverse. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Wow, that's a lot of cards. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna leave it upwards because my deck was upside down. I always do that. All right, so you have the Ace of Swords reversed. Let's just keep that reversed. 6 of Coins, the Emperor. Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? I was just saying, I'm blanking. I was just saying how it was upside down. Spirit of the Universe, any more messages? All right, well, I guess it wants me to pull all those. I was gonna just go with less, but I just actually decided to go with this many cards. Maybe you've been struggling with indecision or not moving forward with something. Oh, this isn't an actual card. Oh, this was for the other deck that I just filmed earlier. So I must have not shuffled them good enough. All right, so we can work with this. And then we'll use that one. So let's see. I think that these wanted to come out upright. You have the Emperor, you have Death, You have the Ace of Swords. Oh my god, there's something on there. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Six of Coins. You have the Knight of Coins. You have the Four of Cups. And you have the Three of Swords. So major themes in your life have to do with something has ended in your life. And I feel like it's a lack of stability that has ended. Like a long period where you've been a certain type of person. This person is gone. A shift has taken place within you, and this is why your manifestations are being attracted to you now. Because the person who was caught in a bunch of illusions, this person who you used to be that you don't want to be anymore, and you aren't anymore, and you can't even imagine yourself being like anymore because you've moved to a new level in your life. You've moved to a new level of consciousness. This era is the death of who you used to be, and you are becoming this super successful and powerful person. You have went through things that have built you into somebody who is stable, somebody who is committed, and somebody who wants what they want, goes for what they want, and gets it. That's the Emperor. The Emperor is, okay, I want this. I make a plan. I make a strategy. I take time, effort, patience to accomplish this. I go step by step. I have the trust and faith that I'm going to get there. I make sure I nurture this so that it grows. I go get this. And when I get there, when I create my world wisely, and I know I did it wisely because it's reliable, its foundation is stable, the world that the Emperor has created for himself is a world of structure and order and abundance and material wealth. But it's also the mastery of behavior. So in the tarot, there are 4 elements that everybody knows, but they are corresponding with the 4 suits of the tarot. So the earth element represents the pentacles. The swords represent air. The wands represent fire. And the cups represent water. The pentacles have to do with behavior and the material world and money and finances and work. The wands have to do with passion, energy, spark. The cups have to do with psychic abilities, emotions, people, friends, enjoyment, love, romance, art. The swords correspond with the element of air, which is associated with intellect, logic, thinking, while the cups represents the heart, and then the swords represent the mind and learning, studying, communication, writing. The Emperor traditionally is associated with Aries and the fire element of the wands, but I see the Emperor as also being related to the earth element, wisdom, that is within the pentacle suit. And the Emperor, I feel like, embodies the pentacles. Like, he's more than the King of Pentacles. He's the Emperor. Like, he has mastered his reality, and he's figured out the structure of reality and the laws of the universe, and according to the laws of the universe, he has created a world for himself. He's holding a world, and he's holding a wand. He's the leader of his own world. He has created his own world. He deserves to lead it. You already lead your own world. You are a person, and you are conscious, and you can create your own reality with conscious choices. You can literally make your mind think about thinking. You can literally make your mind think about something. You can make your mind do shit. You can direct your own mind. So why would you like pretend that you have these limits that aren't there? You know what I mean? With this card of boundaries. The Emperor also has to do with like a strategy, a plan. And with the birds that are in the like the square thing, like the window, it's like a structure. It's like a structured window, but it seems like there's no glass. It's open for the birds to fly in and out. Like, you need, like, you're the type of person who doesn't like hard schedules, but you need a consistent like schedule. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be able to write to-do lists, figure shit out, and be flexible with the change of the tides and the change of the winds that occur in everybody's lives. Because you can't make a 5-year plan and expect that to happen. You have to have leg room for the changes, and yeah, you have to have structure and dedication and work on shit and have a strategy that you have clarity and you have a framework to go about things and start with that is solid and makes sense, but also is aligned with your heart. But also at the same time, you have to think out of the box and make sure you connect with your heart about certain stuff like this, because you can't cage your inner self. You can't cage the shit that you really want to do with too many boundaries, because the Emperor can be too strict. The Emperor can like be too hard on things, and you may be too hard on yourself. With the lion here, there's literally a lion looking like he looks scared. Like, he looks innocent though too. And you have a really bright inner child type of energy. And from like if you can see this, the Emperor has no shoes on in this card. It's good that you are honest with people and blunt, but I feel like some egotistical things within you mask a hidden insecurity or a hidden secret or a hidden fear, or whatever resonates out of all those things that I just said. A hidden fear that limits your strength, because this lions are usually like really proud and strong, and they shine like Leo. Like, I'm here like Leo, like fire energy. You may know a Leo, you may be a Leo, have a strong Leo placement or fire placement, or like have a confident personality, but it's like this lion is scared and it's looking afraid. It's afraid of something, and maybe you are afraid of this power that you will actually have once this manifestation comes in that you've been wanting. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve it, or maybe you feel like, oh shit, like what do I do once I actually have it? Like maybe I should stay in this analysis paralysis period where I'm waiting and like waiting to see if this comes, or like these birds are like waiting. It's like they look like they're waiting, like they want to fly, but they're just fucking waiting. And maybe you have a plan, and you've had a plan, or you've had multiple plans before, and you just never took the actual action and actually do it. Like actually commit to it and fly out that window and take that leap. And maybe it's because you are afraid internally of your own inner strength. But the lion being on the card means like the strength is there in the lion. It's just assuming a victim mentality and assuming like, oh, I'm afraid. But like a lion shouldn't be afraid, you know what I mean? Like, why would a lion be afraid? It's a fucking lion. So yeah. But yeah, the Emperor card is about like taking control of your life, taking control of your finances, raising to a higher position in society. Maybe you're going to get like a lot of recognition or achieve a lot in your life, achieve a lot soon. Maybe you already feel like you've been achieving a lot and it's making you feel like you're actually taking control of things in your life now. Like the Emperor has his shit together. The Emperor is in control. He's like the masculine counterpart, while the Empress is like in flow. Like the Emperor is about control and work, and then the Empress is about flow and surrender. But yeah, there's like a death to your old self. And the Ace of Swords talks about like when we have a new idea, or like a really new smart idea that can really take off, or like an important message that we've received, or something that's shifted within our minds, a new way of thinking, a new way of believing things in reality, a new way of creating new thought patterns. Maybe you're learning how to tap into the powers of your mind in a new way. Like maybe not the first time, or maybe it is the first time, but you're learning how to wield a sword. You're learning how to wield the power of your mind, and that's what the sword represents, because the swords are like paradoxical, and they also have a lot of like difficult themes to accept that are inevitable in life, like harder, more difficult themes, and also the pentacles as well. But they're not negative because they have essential wisdom within like the difficult things about like struggling with the mind, or struggling with negative thoughts, or like struggling with patterns of the mind that make us feel like our minds are controlling us. But in reality, we can control our own minds, and our minds are tools. They're not something to be attached to. You shouldn't fully take all your thoughts seriously. You should use your mind as like a tool and not base your entire life inside of your mind. And I feel like with the Ace of Swords, you're learning how to expand your mind. You're learning new things about yourself and about the world, learning a new skill. Maybe this has to do with the manifestations that are going to come in. But this new way of thinking is leading you on a higher path. With the signification of the crown, it's like the crown is like a higher way of thinking, a higher way of looking at life, like shifting your mind to a higher, more sovereign perspective. If you can see the little crown on the sword. Higher mental states. Maybe you've been experiencing more and more like higher vibrational thinking. I'm hearing the Three of Swords is like you have a dark secret, or you have stuff within your heart that is like hurting you, but you see how it's super dark in the card, and she's like holding herself, like it's like something deep within you that is like hurting your heart, and maybe most people don't know this about you. It's something that you don't talk about much. It's just like secret swords just in your heart. But as I said before, the swords represent the mind, and it's like, it could mean like your heart knows it wants something, but your mind is making you overthink about it, or your mind is causing destruction to the way you feel. Maybe your mind is like making up illusions. Release any thought patterns that don't serve you, and you have to do inner work to be able to identify what the thought patterns even are. The Ace of Swords really communicate to me that you are looking at life with a new level of consciousness and a new level of understanding. Like this butterfly only is gonna fly higher and higher into the sky until it disappears. And it's like you're taking flight. Like your mind is like really, really smart. Like you have a really smart mind. And people notice that about you. They think you're wise. Maybe you don't really feel like that on the inside. Maybe you feel like not good enough, or you feel like not worthy enough. But you do have the power. Your heart has all the power. And everything that we create is an expression of like our heart in a way. Like our hearts guide us. And the Ace of Swords, when the Three of Swords indicate that there's a conflict between your mind and your heart, and a feeling that is leading you towards something, but then a thought leading you towards another thing, the Ace of Swords comes in to help us discern. We're learning how to discern, okay, this is an illusion, this is an ego trap, this is a thought that does not serve me, let me not feed into it. Because when we don't listen to our intuition, this is when we make decisions or create a reality, or like get hurt by things that if we would have had a better mindset in the moment, or mastered our minds more, there's a lot of instances where we've let ourselves get hurt because we didn't know any better. And there's a lot of things that we are learning that we didn't know any better, and we're realizing that we can't blame ourselves for what happened with certain stuff. We can't get caught up in letting the ego part of our minds hurt our hearts and hurt our intuition and stifle us from following what our hearts want in our lives. And we have to discern what thoughts grow us and what thoughts destroy us. We have to put an end and make things die within us at this point. Like, things need to die right now that don't serve us. So that's the message that I'm getting for that. And this journey is like a patient one. The Knight of Coins, which also it's the Knight of Pentacles, he is stable. He knows what he wants. He's looking directly at it. He knows what he wants, but he's not rushing. He's not jumping headfirst into it and not stressing, not forcing things. He's taking his time and moving forward with patience and moving forward towards the fruition of his goal, of his manifestation, which lies right ahead. And he's almost there. He's literally just an arm's length away from it. He just has to take a couple more steps before he gets there, before it becomes reality and it manifests. But he knows, like, he's literally holding like a flag of like victory because he knows he's gonna get it. He's already there. Like, it's like you can already check this off your to-do list. But the Knight of Pentacles is super committed also and has a proper strategy and a plan that's step by step that he follows. But the universe has an opportunity for you that is coming in. And these things, these cups that you already have, stop focusing on the lack. Stop focusing on the lack, because the lack is in your mind. Any lack, any limit, any boundary is in your mind. Look at all of this abundance, all of this beauty around you. Look at the universe giving you more gifts, and you still might be complaining, or you still might not be grateful enough. Be more grateful. Be more receptive, because the universe is giving you opportunity and options and chances and gifts and people and bringing them, but maybe you aren't harnessing them or taking a look in like the direction of like all the opportunities that have been here this whole time. But maybe for a while in the past you used to just focus mostly on the lack, and that was really stunting your spiritual journey. But it's like, I feel like there's a death coming to that part of you that was negative and didn't see the beauty of anything much. Like, yeah, you did, like, you were positive in a lot of ways and you've been a good person, but we all get into states every now and then, and you were caught up in a state like this where we all get into these states where we just feel like we wish we could have better, like we're irritated by everything, like literally like the person's arms are crossed. Like maybe you've gotten bothered at the littlest stuff before, and now you're just detaching and realizing that these things aren't that big of a deal. Or you're just like, maybe you're in your head too much and you need to get out of your head more and more into your heart and feel into what feels right, because your mind is at a conflict with something here. And then the Six of Pentacles talks about asking for help, and it also talks about being so abundant that you help others. So I see you in the future, like, I don't know, like I see you traveling, and for some reason, and like I just see you as like this person who like people are so interested in, and like you go on your travels and like they're just like wondering like who you are and like what you do, and you just look so interesting and like exotic or just powerful. And maybe this is like a theme in your life, like maybe you attract attention a lot and people are always wondering like about you, or they're just like interested in you, and they see you as like this really just cool person, and they see you as like higher than them, you know, like, oh, they see you as like really cool, and they want to hang out with you, or they want to know you, or they want to like feed off your energy, some of them. But this could also mean that you are somebody asking for help, maybe you are like learning from somebody and you have to be humble enough to admit like, oh yeah, like I don't know this, like I have to take the time and energy to learn this, and I don't know everything, like I'm learning this right now, like, or I'm in the process of getting to a different place, but like admitting and accepting like, all right, I'm at this position in my life right now and it's all right, like I'm asking for help and I trust that I'm gonna get to this higher position, my manifestations are gonna come in, but right now I have to ask for help and I have to ask for assistance and be like, you're not poor, like we're not beggars, but that's what in the card it looks like they think that they're poor, but they can become like him. Maybe this is you learning from somebody who's in the position that you want in your life, or like has the money that you want, or has the opportunity that you want, or the success that you want, or the skill that you want, or whatever desire that you have. Learn from them. You can become and embody the same energy as that. And then maybe this is like already happening for you, where you're embodying that energy to the point where you can give to people. You can give, it doesn't have to be money, you can give to charity, you can give to your loved ones, you can give like gifts, take people on trips, like do all sorts of dope shit with your money. But also you may be giving knowledge, you may be a teacher, you may be this really wise type of person that is like giving something of value to others, and you seem to like give value everywhere. You could be giving value like when you walk into the room, like imagine yourself as like, oh my god, a message that I'm getting for this card is like, you have to envision yourself as your dream self, to where you have all this abundance that you can make an impact on others. Maybe you want to make a positive impact on others and help others and teach others and be of service and be like a spiritual leader, or a spiritual, like just someone who gives. Or on your spiritual path, like you do something that makes you fulfilled. Maybe this means like embodying your dream self and visualizing you like having this castle that you're creating already built, already embodying this energy of this like powerful, wealthy person that knows they deserve what they want and has what they want, and envision the life where you already have what you want and know that you're going to get it, and have more and more trust in it. And don't only think about what your manifestation can benefit for you. Share your manifestation, share the fruits of your manifestation with others, because giving and helping others is it just feels so good, like for you as a person to be like be generous, or like be nice, or just help others. Like that's always going to create positivity in your life and foster positivity and bestow upon you great karma. But yeah, so that's the message that I'm getting for this card. Oh, Spirit of the Universe, what messages do you have for pile 3? How can pile 3 manifest their dream reality? All right, so we have the honoring path. We have professional assistance. We have status quo. And we have victim mentality. Oh shit. This manifestation is going to get you a lot of attention. Like, and you are glowing, you're attracting like so much attention with your energy. Like the power of your energy is like radiating, and you are embodying this energy that makes people like fucking just see you as this like really powerful person. And it's just like super, super cool how you just shine when you let yourself shine. And you may be holding back this energy because you know that you can get a lot of attention if you just tried. You don't even have to try. So imagine if you tried to get attention from the universe. Maybe the universe is clapping for you and like seeing you're in the spotlight of the universe. Like the universe is paying attention to the work you've been doing, the effort you've been putting in, like the changes you've been making, the new person you've been becoming. And you're on this path that really honors your true self. And when you are on a path that aligns with your spirit, you attract your desires. This inner shift that you've been working on and you've actually like been making so much progress on, and now that you like are sharing yourself with the world in some way, or you're in the spotlight in some way, or you're going to be soon, you are challenging the status quo of like society, or like how people in your circle view you. People that you know are going to start seeing you like in this energy, like seeing you as this light. And you're really shifting and changing the status quo of like people's beliefs, changing the way people think. I'm hearing, because you see how like it's this like bright light that's like just shining, and then all these houses are like the same, but then this bright light is like shining over them. It's like I feel like you are just ascending and breaking free from whatever limits you've been imposing upon yourself, or things that have kept you inside, things you've been keeping inside, holding back. You're changing your own beliefs about yourself, and like you're revolutionizing something. Oh, you really need to stop with this. Really need to stop with this. You have enough time, you know that, right? Like, you can go slower. Start to empower your consciousness with trust. Because when you don't have trust, you rush, you second guess yourself, you feel like life is a certain way, but in reality it's actually not. You may be irritated when other people dip into low states of consciousness and are like victims, or like act like victims, or like narcissists or egotistical, but you may be doing that. You need to look at your own self. You can't judge others if you don't have your own house in order. You can't have the nerve to judge other people and think you're so spiritual if you are still like having a victim mentality and projecting negativity onto others, or blaming others, blaming external circumstances. You like need to take accountability that you create everything. He can just, do you see how this has like, he can just unwrap the ties on his, like he did it to himself. Maybe you feel like you have a certain amount of time left to like finish something, and you feel like you can't finish it, there's not enough time, you do have time. Whatever your heart is telling you right now, but your mind is thinking, like, oh, well, I should do this because people have always told me this, and maybe I should just continue doing this, and I've always done this. No, your heart is leading you into a new direction. So go into that direction. Stop thinking that you need to be like this scared ass person that doesn't believe in their own power and is too humble. Yeah, like how I said before, like you are too much of a peacemaker, but at the same time you have this wild side in you that you really just want to, you have an authority within you that you really just want to run shit. And maybe you've always like let other people run shit or let other people make decisions for you, when now is the time to take control over your own life. And when you do that, you're going to go into the spotlight. And honestly, like, some people may not like that, but like, you can't care. And then we have professional assistance. So maybe you should share your ideas about projects, work, manifestations that have to do with money. Like, maybe you should like share your ideas with like a Facebook group or like a group online that gives advice, or like Quora, or like something like that, where you can ask questions and then professionals can answer your specific question that you have. Another thing that could be beneficial for you is like taking courses, taking classes, getting a coach right now, investing in a coach, investing in like a life coach or like a business coach or like whatever coach you need, like a spiritual coach. Maybe getting like a career reading from a tarot reader, or like getting advice from an astrology reader by like scheduling a consultation. But I feel like a really beneficial thing for you would be to like find a place or a space online where you can connect with like-minded individuals, or individuals who have already reached the success that you desire, or have already manifested what you want to manifest in your life. Just like how I was saying with the Six of Pentacles, maybe tell your plans or talk about your own manifestations with them and get their input, get their advice, get their assistance, get their guidance. And I feel like it would be super beneficial. Maybe take that leap with some savings that you have, or save for something like that. I feel like it would be really, really, really powerful. Like, it would push you in the right direction that you need to go. All right, Spirit, let's get some more oracle cards. What message do you have for pile 3 to become their highest selves and to manifest their desires into their physical reality? You have breathe. You have happy, happy. And you have the fates. And this one came out, and this one came out. We have this book, which goes with this deck. Come to the edge. The meaning of this card is courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. The Oracle's message is facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Your relationship message. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, or them, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen and truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad that you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. Your prosperity message. If ever there was a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could imagine. Take that step. The results will be amazing. And your protection message, fear is leading the way into places you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is a time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what you want while you are left alone and unloved. False evidence appearing real is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. So ask yourself, who in me is afraid? And then love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? Look within yourself. The answer most likely is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned. In spite of your fear, even when you're not feeling confident, Spirit will always catch you. Alright, so there's that card. Next we have Here and Now. So let me just intuitively read these. So I'm really getting the message that meditation and practicing consciousness in the present moment is really powerful. So grounding yourself, because maybe you might get anxiety, you may get flustered, you may get psychic attacks, or you may sense things more powerfully than other people. You may have really strong psychic senses, clairvoyant senses, and be able to sense energy. And also you have a hard time, like if you're around negativity, you easily absorb things. Like if you're around positive people, you absorb that. If you're around negative people, you absorb that. You are around sad people, you absorb that, and you really feel deeply. And an important thing is for you to also not get too hung up on the past, but also not get too hung up on the future as well. You are here right now, and the power of right now is the most powerful moment of all. And the other most powerful thing that exists is you. That's the two most powerful things ever. This present moment and the power inside of you. And if in this present moment you learn how to harness the power inside of you, you can create amazing things. You can do amazing things. You can be amazing things. You just have to learn how to ground right now and breathe. Not let yourself get too swept up into things. Fate, karma, acceptance, that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. And the Oracle's message is, the Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. So this card is about finding acceptance in this moment and trusting that destiny and fate, it's going to lead you in the right path. And you also may feel like you wish you could save the world sometimes, and you really feel for the suffering that goes on in the world, but that's a burden that you cannot carry on your back, because the more you think about that, and like you aren't in a position to do something about it, and maybe you want to donate to charity, maybe you want to do humanitarian things and benefit society and people and help people and guide people in some way, but we can't save everyone. And we also can't control everything in our lives that we wish we had control over, and we wish that life was a different way. But the best thing that we can do is focus on where we do have power instead of focusing on the areas that we lack power, because that's just gonna dig us a deeper hole into like feeling down. The more you think about shit that reminds you of like just reinforcing that you aren't like a powerful human being that creates your reality and is full of love and light and is created as a fractal of the universe and is part of the source of everything and can create anything and can learn anything and make conscious choices and can do crazy spiritual shit and create amazing things. And the more you affirm like you're poor and you suck and you're ugly and you hate yourself and you hate this and you hate that and fuck this and fuck that, then the more you're gonna get that, the more you're gonna attract things that vibrate on that frequency. But if you're vibrating on a positive frequency, then you are going to attract positive things. So stop with all that bullshit where you're like, oh, I can't act like this. Stop thinking that your enlightenment is in the future. Your enlightenment starts now. Your enlightenment starts with taking the step to like choose in this present moment to be peaceful, to be whole right now, to be fulfilled right now with what you already have. And then that opens the door for the opportunity to bring more into it. This shift in your mental state is going to make you really happy and make you like really creative. Like this rainbow is indicating like super creative energy, and it's gonna make you shine. You have a lot of like power. That I keep saying that, but like you really do, and a lot of light to share. And you also are connecting with your inner child and like laughing and joy, and like make sure that you keep that alive. Like what things did your inner child do? Like what things did your child self do that you just don't do anymore because you're an adult now and you think like, oh, I can't do that because I have responsibilities and I'm an adult and I'm serious and I'm old, when actually like the shit that your inner child like loves to do, that's what you need to keep doing, or else you're gonna feel like you're dead inside. So there's that. And I was talking about this earlier, how you have to like have a strategy and a plan, and you do have to put work into your manifestations and take initiative and responsibility that you have a big part in creating your reality. But you also have to be flexible with like letting you be free and not giving up the joy that gives you life. Not doing what makes you feel like the grass is greener and makes you feel like you're at peace. Like, what's the point of living life if you're not in a good state of mind, in a good state of body, in a good state, like feeling it? Like, if you're feeling like that all the time, like, of course it's really important to respect all of the ranges of the human experience and all the different emotions and mental states, and learn how to learn about them and explore them. But it's also just like, we're not supposed to be down all the time, or feeling like we're in lack, or feeling like life is just sad and cold and only focusing on negative aspects of life. Like, we're supposed to be able to have time and make time for ourselves and give ourselves gifts and create a life that like is beautiful and like that we desire and is green and abundant. Like, what's the point of killing yourself and working super hard for something to happen if you are killing yourself? You know what I mean? If you're just like not even fulfilled at all. Like, even if you have to do stuff that you don't want to do at this time, you still have to add things in your life, like at least weekly, that give you happiness and give you like joy, because that joy and play is what leads to abundance. That choice of honoring your inner child and doing things that make you feel creative and happy and in flow, and not in your head so much and like serious, and trusting what your soul wants to express. Be flexible with your plans of hard work, because also you have to make sure that you have time to have fun. And I'm also getting that this card is fuck, why is this third? I was picking it. I feel like you should start like working out, or like you definitely need to like stretch and release repressed emotions that are stuck in your body, because emotions and trauma, and when we get beat or abused, or just like things happen to us throughout our lives that create like a huge emotional like event, like a huge thing in our lives that has a huge emotion attached to it, because like we don't really remember things unless like they're of value, or they like make us feel a certain way, you know? And like difficult things that we went through, or like stuff that we keep within and hold within, can be trapped within our chakras, or trapped within the energy, like just blocked energy, or like our own muscles and bones and physical body withholds like stagnant, stuck, tight energy and tight muscles that maybe you're being called to like stretch every day, or have like a practice that engages your body. Because if we neglect our bodies and we eat like shit and we don't take care of our bodies, we don't move our bodies, and we're always sitting or like just not really moving, we are sacrificing an essential part of the human experience, and like an instinctual necessary part of like being human is like moving and like actually like running, or like just like what makes shit that makes you like exercise, that makes you feel alive, or like joyful, like dancing, or like I don't know, do something that engages your body and see how it improves your energy levels and your mood, because it does. It does something to you. It really does. Oh, Spirit, what last messages do you have for pile 3? So we have duality, refinement, communication, fertility. This could mean fertility of ideas, or fertility like womb fertility, but I feel like this is really talking about like you have a fertile ground for like creative ideas, or like manifestations that are coming in. Courage to take a risk, courage to shine, courage to do something, courage to be a certain way, not care what people think. And wisdom, you're tapping into your inner wisdom, and whatever you've been learning and focusing on, your whatever things you've been doing, you've been like cultivating a lot of wisdom and gaining a lot of wisdom lately. All right, I do actually want to do some abundance cards. So, oh, Spirit of the universe, what messages of abundance do you have for pile 3? Okay, so we have deservingness. You are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Then we have focus on your priorities. So, where you put your focus on is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Don't forget to balance taking care of yourself. The source of everything, you're the source of everything. So you need to prioritize taking care of yourself most of all, because you can't take care of other people and you can't take care of other things if your own cup and your own needs and your own things you need to do to be and feel your best aren't met. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. All right, and finally, let's get some messages from our spirit pouch. So let's dig in this bad boy and see what we got in here. We got this. Of this fortune, these 2 fortunes, this fortune, and we have these spirit blocks that I created. We have confident, concentrate, and we have opportunity. So let's see what your fortunes have to say. Oh, we also have forgive. You can't choose how you will die, but you can choose how you can live. I mean, will live. All right. So next we have accept no other definition of your life. Accept only your own. And we have your success will bring you happiness and prosperity. And then we have these fortune teller cards. A trip around the world is in store for you. With it, a great deal of happiness too. You will have unlimited money, and life for you will be very sunny. You are a very serious person and have little time to relax, but your future looks very bright. You are a fastidious person, and your surroundings have the power of making you very happy or very miserable. Do not seek for new friends. Your old ones are very worthwhile. You have a stubborn nature, but sometimes you yield to persuasion of those you love. And then we have, I see a great deal of happiness in store for you. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So, if an object you ardently pursue brings little happiness when gained, remember most of our pleasures come from unexpected sources. Share the good news when it arrives. For happiness is like a sunbeam which the least shadow shall intercept, while suffering is often the rain of spring. Enjoy this very day. Enjoy this moment. All right, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. That's it. I feel like I personally really resonated with this reading. I will see you in the next video, and namaste, and I'll see you in the next video.
When I saw the stars in your eyes, I got so hypnotized and gave you my heart. The world is dying, government lying, so hard we're trying just to end up crying.